Good afternoon, students. So, in continuation to the online class, so there we studied about surface tension. Now, next I'll commence with the topic, that is interfacial tension. Here, interfacial tension means, first you would have already understood with the last class that interface means it's a boundary between two different phases. Like it may be solid-solid interface, it may be solid-liquid interface, or it may be the liquid-liquid interface. But never gas-gas interface exists, because you know gases are completely miscible with each other. Now, interfacial tension means the forces per unit, or it is defined as the force per unit length existing at the interface between two immiscible liquids. Here, especially throughout this chapter, we are focusing more about the immiscible liquids, or in general we can just tell that the forces acting at the interface, we call it as the interfacial tension. Like how forces acting on surface is surface tension, forces acting on interface is interfacial tension. That is for your simple understanding. But if I have to go with the proper definition, it is defined as the force per unit length. Per unit length means per meter of the interface. On 1 meter of interface, what is the force in newtons acting at the interface? So here the unit of interfacial tension is again the same as that of the surface tension. It is dynes per centimeter as per CGS system, or it is newtons per meter as per this MKS system. Fine. But let me tell you, whenever there are two completely miscible liquids, interface will not exist. For example, in case of water and ethyl alcohol, water and ethanol, or water and ethyl alcohol, you know those two are completely miscible. So there's no interface as such existing. So there won't be any kind of interfacial tension also. Whereas if I take the example of water and benzene, yes, definitely you can see interface. You can see an interface existing between water and benzene. And the forces acting on this boundary, we call it as the interfacial tension. Okay? Now, along with that, yeah. Can you people see this PPT? Here they have clearly shown you what is surface, what is interface. Surface is the boundary between solid liquid, or the air, that is solid and air, and the liquid and the air. Interface is the boundary between two or more distinct phases. Distinct phases means, as I told you, solid, 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 liquid, or liquid and liquid. So this was all about the surface tension. And here you can see about you can see the slide about cohesive forces and adhesive forces. And let me tell you, always the cohesive forces are stronger than adhesive force, and that's the reason the surface tension is always greater than, that is interfacial tension is always less than the surface tension also. And if you have to see one more PPT, here also very beautifully he has explained what is surface tension and what is interfacial tension. Okay. So this is all what we studied till now. So I was telling you that interfacial tension, if you see, it is always, here you can see in the paragraph, after interfacial tension, the third paragraph, they have given a sentence. Interfacial tensions are less than the surface tension. Always interfacial tensions are less, because in surface tension, what I told, surface tension indicates cohesive forces. Cohesive forces are always greater than the adhesive forces. So what happens, always surface tensions are greater than the interfacial tension, or interfacial tensions are always less than the surface tension. All this is the same. So if you have to write an example, you can just write water benzene. They have just given you the value of water benzene is having an interfacial tension of 35 million Newton per meter, or you can write it as 35 dynes per centimeter. Fine. So that is all about interfacial tension. Now I'll come to another topic, that is factors influencing the surface tension, or it may be about the interfacial tension. Factors influencing surface and interfacial tension. Here we can classify the factors as two types: internal factors and external factor. Now internal factor, if I have to speak about the internal factors affecting the surface tension and interfacial tension, internal factor is nothing but all about the intermolecular forces. That is, what are the forces of attraction between the molecules, intermolecular forces. The magnitude of surface tension is also a measure of the strength of intermolecular attractive forces. It means if the intermolecular forces are high, greater will be the surface tension or interfacial tension. If the intermolecular forces are low, lower will be the surface tension or maybe the interfacial tension. For example, in water. In water, the intermolecular forces is all because of the hydrogen bonding. It means the interaction of the hydrogen bonding, or the hydrogen bonding is the one which is responsible for the intermolecular forces, or the one which indicates the surface tension, and you can see it is high, that it is around 72.8 millinewton per meter, or it is dynes per centimeter. So like that, internal factor means it all depends upon the intermolecular forces. Okay. Next, speaking about external factors. What are the external factors which will affect the surface tension or interfacial tension? Now, external factor means, for example, I am adding some third substance. Maybe in a glass, in a beaker, I would have taken water. So that if I add electrolytes, usually electrolytes don't have much effect. That is, electrolytes will not affect the surface tension or interfacial tension, or even if it is affecting, it is having a very negligible increase. The electrolytes on addition, it may slightly increase the surface tension or the interfacial tension, or it is like almost no effect on the surface tension and interfacial tension. But on the other example, now additives means, or third substance when I'm adding means, it can be electrolyte, or it may be non-electrolyte, or it may be some surfactant or surface active agent. If I add any surface active agent such as spans and twins, they definitely have a greater impact. That is, the surface active agents usually decrease the surface tension or interfacial tension. Why and how, all that we'll be studying in detail. That is the very important 5 mark question in the next part of the chapter. So there I'll discuss, or there I'll explain you how surface active agents are having a great impact on surface tension and interfacial tension. But you have to keep in your mind that electrolytes, they usually have very little effect. Surface active agents, they decrease the surface tension or interfacial tension, and non-electrolytes, they have no effect. Okay. Now I'll come to the next factor, next external factor, that is effect of temperature. Usually, as the temperature increases, the surface tension of liquids decreases. Can you think of why? Okay, let me explain. So usually what happens with the increase in the temperature? The kinetic energy of every molecule, that is, due to enhanced kinetic energy of the molecule, that will weaken the cohesive forces. Cohesive forces means what? Forces of attraction. All the molecules are bound to each other, or they are binding to each other. But when I increase the temperature, what happens? The kinetic energy of every molecule increases. So no more they are bound to each other. They'll keep moving. They'll have random motion within the beaker. Once they are dispersed, so what happens? The cohesive forces decreases. So the surface tension also decreases. For example, you people are sitting very closely to each other in the classroom. But Once if the temperature of the classroom increases, what happens? Slowly you will disperse. So once you disperse, what happens? Will you people still have the same binding? No, even the binding also decreases, right? The force of attraction between each other also decreases. So what happens? The surface tension also decreases. Always keep this in your mind. Greater the cohesive forces, greater will be the surface tension. Lesser the cohesive forces, lesser will be the surface tension. So kinetic energy of the molecule increases, the cohesive forces decreases. Since the cohesive forces decreases, the surface tension also decreases. So effect of temperature means, usually for 2 marks they'll ask you what is the effect of temperature. Few lines you can just write from the third line. As the temperature increases, surface tension decreases because enhanced kinetic energy decreases the cohesive forces. This is one aspect. Here comes one more aspect. But at the critical temperature, what happens? The surface tension not only decreases, but it becomes completely zero. At a critical temperature, the surface tension becomes zero. Now, the first question is, what is critical temperature? Critical temperature means it is the temperature of a liquid at which the liquid completely vaporizes. For water, 100 degrees Celsius is the critical temperature. At 100 degrees Celsius, what happens? Water boils and it completely transforms from liquid phase to vapor phase. And you know, vapor phase is nowhere exerting any kind of cohesive forces. That is zero cohesive forces means zero surface tension. Critical temperature means the temperature at which liquid completely transforms into gas form. It exists in the vapor form. So, at vapor form, the cohesive forces are zero. Since the cohesive forces are zero, the surface tension is also zero. So, slowly as the temperature increases, cohesive forces decreases, surface tension decreases. When the temperature reaches the critical temperature, the temperature at which the liquid vaporizes, that time the cohesive forces becomes zero, so the surface tension also becomes zero. So this is all about the effect of temperature. So we are having factors influencing surface tension and or interfacial tension. Internal factor, external factor. Internal factor means it is all about the intermolecular forces. Greater the intermolecular forces, greater will be the surface tension or interfacial tension. Coming to external factors. External factors means what are the substances which will be added. If we add electrolyte, there will be slight increase. If I add surface active agents, there will be decrease. If I add non-electrolytes, no effect. And the other external factor is this temperature. Temperature increases, surface tension decreases. And at critical temperature, surface tension becomes zero. Only this much you have to write. The same thing they have explained in these slides. I'll show you one slide very beautifully. Yeah, here. Effect of temperature on surface tension. Very beautifully they have explained in 4 lines. Like it will reduce when the temperature is increased. So that is the reason I'm giving you people these slides so that you can refer. Okay. Next. In the next class, I'll continue with the measurement. That is, what are the different methods to determine surface tension and interfacial tension? Fine. Okay. So only whatever concepts I'm explaining, you using this PDF, prepare your own notes. At the end of the chapter, I will be giving you all the question bank.